Starting
video
streaming?
transmission. And tweet has been sent. We are live on
We're,
Twitch.
we're also live. We're live on YouTube. Yep. Yes, we are. Perfect.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to,
Oh, there it is.
oh, shoot. That
Oh.
was not, whoops. Oh, well. Well, Jared's screen's gonna be messed up for a moment, but whatever.
Huh?
Welcome to, TetNet Show. You're fixed now, by the way.
Oh,
I
okay, cool.
accidentally made your screen full screen for a moment, that's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I just
computer
take
didn't
up
like it.
the whole screen. My whole presence just absorbs the
No.
left-hand side.
Well, yeah, we're going to be talking about the Apple event today. Jared, so what?
Yes.
You know what? Let's talk about what they talked about first, and that is their new TV shows, Apple TV Plus shows. Did you see
Yes.
anything interesting about them?
Hmm. I personally like to know what's Jon Stewart's problem. I mean, the problem with Jon Stewart.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
that one stuck out to me the most because, truth be told, I'm an OG, was it Daily Show fan. He hosted that one really well in the early days, so I'm excited to see that he's coming back. Kind of curious to see what he has to say, how well that show will go. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to Foundation, and I think it was Invasion. Those two look pretty good. I'm definitely that type of sci-fi type of person. I love that type of stuff. And if we're completely honest here, Sci-Fi Channel has not been doing much lately at all, in any way, shape, or form of good.
No, yeah.
I miss good sci-fi, and it looks like it's good sci-fi. I mean, obviously, I don't know. It's not out yet, but
No, yeah. It shows promise. It could happen. We could be going back to good sci-fi stuff again. Who knows?
yeah. Oh my gosh! Remember like that terrible movie Sharknado?
Oh,
Uh,
I don't know if I've ever actually seen it, but I'm very shocked that there. I think there's four of them. Yeah.
yeah, there are. Why? I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't see the appeal. Maybe it's not for me. I'm I'm definitely more of your Star Trek Next Generation like esque
No, yeah.
Stargate HG1 type of person.
I think its main draw is just how over the top they can make it, how dumb they can go with the idea of sharks in a tornado.
I mean, if you want that, you have an entire video game genre dedicated to you.
No, yeah. Maybe sometimes you don't want to play the experience. You just want to watch the madness as it unfolds
Yeah.
before your very eyes. I don't know.
I'm also the
Then
type
again,
of
I haven't
person that
seen
does
it.
does not necessarily enjoy the type of like gory type of, content.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's not me.
No, yeah.
But okay, so remember how I stopped myself before the stream to to not talk about something?
No, yeah. You have a point to raise in
Yes, I
regards.
do
I'm
have a
assuming
point
it's in
to
regards to
raise.
TV.
Yes. You know, I think the fact. Okay, two things. Apple called this event California Streaming. And the first thing that they
California
talk
streaming.
about is TV. I think that means that Apple is very, very serious about this. What do you
No,
think?
yeah. I can see that. They're getting invested. They're putting a lot of effort into it. I can respect that. One of
You
the
think
shows is getting for was it Ted Lasso or something? Did they
Ted
mention that this it's
Lasso?
got some pretty good recommend
I think
reward
that you
it's
mentioned that it
rewards
got
and
like
recognition.
I'm pretty sure it got like a lot of it has like 20 something, I think, nominations and like 19 or something like that awards.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, bragging points, and yeah, they're throwing their chips in there. That's their front runner presentation, and it seems like they're putting in a good amount of original shows these days. So, I mean, yeah, all power to you.
Okay. So I don't expect this to become the Netflix. But do you see this becoming HBO Max?
Hmm.
Because Netflix is just like a hodgepodge of everything, and that just doesn't happen over some time.
No, yeah.
Yes, Netflix has been focusing on exclusives lately, but I feel like the king of exclusives at the moment is HBO Max.
I could see that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask this because, truth be told, the biggest thing I know of HBO Max is that it's basically become the secondary, like first the replacement and now the add-on like release points to a lot of like blockbuster kind movies
Yeah.
in a way.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean about this. Like, it seems like Apple's taking the quality over quantity approach to this.
Hmm.
Like, so of course, the catalog's not going to be as large, but you could be pretty sure that everything that's on the catalog is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a similar approach to how HBO operates because you know how they always advertise themselves as a premium streaming option?
I can see that. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I feel about this. I think that Apple's being really serious about the service and they're really trying to push quality content. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I have a hot take. I
Okay.
have a very hot take. I think over the next few years, Apple TV Plus is going to become more easy to recommend than Netflix.
Hmm.
Okay, hear me out on this one.
Okay.
So, I feel like because supposedly every single thing on Apple TV Plus is going to be exclusive. I have not
Okay.
heard of any of these shows anywhere but Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
However, Netflix's catalog, even though they've been doing a lot of exclusives lately, um, a lot of it's not exclusives. You can get it on other platforms.
Yeah.
I just feel like the fact that in order to watch like a whole ton of stuff, you need the subscription for Apple TV Plus. While for other things, it's like, oh, it's on Prime Video, it's on Hulu, it's on
Hmm.
streaming platform B,
Yeah.
A. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of cross-platform type of content that's on these services.
Hmm.
But Apple TV Plus seems to be the platform that they're keeping everything to themselves.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Over the next few years, assuming that they keep up this pace.
Hmm.
They continue to grow the catalog. They pull on new shows, pull on new people, new directors. Because from what I remember, when they started Apple TV Plus, they brought on some A-grade directors and actors. They were serious from the start, and I feel like it's starting to show.
No, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, if they continue to grow their catalog and their catalog maintains a high reputation, a high standard, a good at least, yeah, good quality stuff through and through. I could see it being a really easy, like a much easier recommendation, especially if like again, that's once again the only place you're able to find that is through Apple TV Plus, and you're just like, and you gotta check out the show. I know it's on Apple TV Plus, but you gotta, take a look at it. It's good stuff, and yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may branch out to more variety stuff, and you know, find everyone's taste without having to, like rely on the fact that you had, was it like The Office kind of thing, or like, like something that's already gained traction prior to the whole streaming business kind of thing. So I think I can definitely see it, especially in the years to come, or even in the far future. Like once we get past the point of everyone's tying onto like whatever shows like fuel your like nostalgia kind of thing. What's the things that's gonna keep me stay? Like what things pumping out new content that'll make me want to like stay?
Yeah.
And I could definitely see if Apple's able to keep up, this good quality stuff, then those definitely have a big case for maintaining maintaining their presence in the streaming world.
Funny thing though, I actually came to that conclusion when watching the promos today. I used to be one of those people that was like, what's Apple TV Plus? Why would I get another streaming service? I have Netflix. I have everything I need. And then I saw those promos and then I'm like, this looks serious. This looks like Hollywood grade, like actual movie type of content.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying there.
No, yeah. I can see that.
It's not your average Netflix show. It's not your average Hulu thing. It's legit. It does not look like TV shows. It looks like legit movies.
No, yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Ultimately, it's you could gain yourself a good following by having all of everyone's usual favorites, or you can gain your popularity in streaming services by being, was it one of the extra places where you can watch like, I don't know, like Wonder Woman or like Shang-Chi or whatever kind of thing. But I think yeah, that there's definitely a lot of power to having a really good exclusive. I think
I think that you're onto something there. I think that this is more similar to what Disney Plus is trying to be, rather than HBO Max.
Right.
Except rather than having a catalog to fall back on already, Apple's trying to build the catalog from the ground up.
No, yeah. They're running purely on new exclusives, which I can respect. It's an extra gamble where you can't really fall on what is it? Like strongly
IP.
on nostalgia, but you can start something new.
I mean, to be fair, like, okay, what Disney Plus shows are there? I know that Mandalorian was one.
Oh yeah, they have Mandalorian.
I know Black Widow was a Disney Plus exclusive.
Oh yeah, speaking of, there was like 3 Marvel shows that went off through Disney Plus. Was it?
Although I know that.
WandaVision?
Yeah, I know that. Okay, how do you even say that new one? Shang-Chi?
I think off the movie they went Shang-Chi. So
Okay.
I think it's Shang. I've heard a lot of, I don't know. Outside, I still hear a lot of Shang-Chi. I think in movie they say Shang-Chi. I could be wrong.
But whatever they call that, I mean, it seems like Disney is putting more of a commitment back onto theaters again.
Mm,
So
trying
not
to get the
sure
movies.
how long they're gonna put the priority on, um, Disney Plus. So they
Yeah,
might be running into a disadvantage soon.
yeah. Yeah, I think especially on the movie side, I think they're just gonna jump back onto the theater front. Now, hopefully they can maintain some, was it some of the TV shows they're running into. I think they're gonna start a Boba Fett one at one point. Kind of curious as that will go.
Interesting. But why? They have they have the Mandalorian. Isn't that pretty much?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that pretty much be the
Does it
same
not
thing?
help that if I remember correctly that technically that I think there's an episode, one or two episodes in the Mandalorian that actually sets up the return of Boba Fett.
Oh, so it's more like a season two rather than a
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if yeah like how well this ties into Mandalorian itself, or if they're actually legitimately just making a whole nother show now focused on Boba Fett. I'm not sure how that whole thing works.
I mean, if they're making this kind of more like a season two, like a, a, okay, we're shifting the main character to a very iconic character,
Yeah,
that's something I could get behind.
yeah,
However, if they're trying to actually do two concurrent shows,
yeah. I don't
that
know.
that's weird. I think
Yeah,
I think that people are going to get confused about who is who. I mean, Mandalorian armor is just not distinct enough. Sure, the
yeah,
color scheme is different, but you know what I'm saying.
no, yeah,
Their silhouette's gonna be exactly the same.
no, yeah. Pretty much. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine as to exactly what was going on with that. I think I heard they're gonna try a different show, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
it's like a jumping point from Mandalorian to a new a to a more famous Mandalorian. I don't know. but, but yeah, in any event,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Apple TV Plus.
It actually looks pretty legit. I'm surprised. I'm starting to believe in it.
Yeah, it's got a fighting chance now.
I
They're
mean,
going
they have
hard
the
into their exclusives.
cast. They have the cast.
Yeah,
They have the content. Obviously, they have the
Jon
delivery
Snow.
method.
Yeah,
Oh, and most importantly, they have the cash.
oh, yeah.
And
I won't deny that
honestly,
one.
I think that to Apple, Apple TV Plus is one of their most important ventures.
No, yeah.
Just because of the fact that this is revenue that they're just going to continuously get over time. Because,
Mm,
looking at if this one department can make as much money as Netflix's entire, you know, business.
no, yeah.
And we both know that iPhone sales are going down.
No, yeah.
There's less reason for you to upgrade. I mean, it's not like the phones are getting slow anymore.
Yeah.
So if you just need a phone, realistically, I know that we're this entire episode is about like the new stuff, but for your average person, is there really a real reason why you need a new phone?
No, yeah. For the most part, yeah, you should be able to rock that thing for like years and years to come. Maybe a battery change if you push it, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming that shouldn't be. Oh, I'm assuming you can get that much easier or much more cheaply than
I
a
mean,
new phone.
yeah. But either way, that's still, I'd say that 3 years would be about that time when the battery change would be necessary.
Mm.
So even theoretically, if someone holds onto a phone for 3 years, that's still that's still a while. That's still a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I so with that going down, of course they have a pretty good hold on Apple Music. I could tell that they're trying their best with iCloud because you know how they're adding more and more features, but that's just doesn't seem to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing better in that than I think that they are, but I can't I, I don't know about
Mm.
that enough.
So far for me, it's just been sitting in the back of my phone, constantly reminding me that my current amount of iCloud is full. That's all I got so far.
Yeah. I feel like Apple TV is that one venture that Apple knows once they get traction, it will take off and it will be a giant cash cow.
Mm. It has a lot of potential to it.
Yeah.
You just gotta find those right exclusives or that right show.
I mean, you don't put something that's not important first in your keynote. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've noticed that most of the time Apple puts an important thing first, and then the next few things are, the things that aren't too important. And then you finally get on to, like, what they really want to push. I'm not hearing you. Bad network quality. Hello, friend. Speak. Am I am I not hearing you?
No,
Oh, wait. I heard you for a moment there.
I know, cause so well, I also have bad network quality, but so apparently I was assuming that something went wrong on the software side because I thought my sound was actually coming from my mic to you. So I thought, oh, it seems it's not too bad, but no, my lovely little.
Oh no, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Hold. Hello? I heard you for a moment there.
Am I still gone?
Yes? You're here. You're here.
Oh yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. I'm not gonna touch the mic now.
Do, do I have to
Back.
tell you you're gone? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Okay. You good?
You were
Are you
good.
live?
We're live.
Okay. Now I'll stop touching.
So, a
Weird.
story? What were you saying?
Huh.
What?
I don't know if it's actually coming through off of the. I'm guessing if you can hear it, then I'm at least having sound through my snowball. I just don't know if it's picking up on the stream.
I mean, can't you just tap your mic? I mean, not the snowball, your face mic
Yeah.
to see if it's.
Did it switch?
Oh, I definitely don't hear you. So, I mean, as long as that's, yeah. As
Oh.
long as you're seeing like signal and OBS or something, that should be fine, right?
Oh yeah, we're still okay. Never
Okay.
mind. The counter and everything in Streamlabs is frozen. So, but it's still showing that the stream is going off of my phone. So
So,
technical difficulties aside.
is this your computer problems this time?
Yeah. Oh, this is my typical Streamlabs problem.
Fun.
It kind of freezes from time to time. The video feed still works wonderfully, so I'm still seeing motion, but all the counters and I think the chat is frozen too. So this is why the secondary device to show me our stats and stuff has been life saving or stream
That makes
saving.
sense. Yeah. I really think that Apple is banking on Apple TV Plus going well for them to, continue their profitability in the future.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
It's a very gold. It has a lot of potential to it. I see good things in the future. We just got to
Yeah.
keep a close eye.
Anyway, moving on to the next topic. So, Apple announced two new iPads. First one, they're replacing the iPad,
With
which
the iPad.
okay. While I'm saying a lot of things, I do believe that the iPad, just iPad, is the most important iPad
Yeah,
that they sell. At $350, it is accessible to most people, and
yeah,
I also believe that it can take the place of a $300 computer much better than a $300 computer can do.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. The entry price point is no joke.
okay, so $350 for regular people, $299 for education pricing. And if they follow suit with how like last generations worked, in random times of the year, they drop down to $250.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a steal.
yeah. That's a good bargain stuff right there.
So, yeah, you don't get the best processor. I think it's A13 now, right?
Oh yeah. They've slapped on the A13 onto that iPad.
So I mean, it's not the most powerful chip in the world, but for what it is, it's a $350 iPad. What are you expecting?
Still solid for for that 350.
Yeah. So I mean, like if this is like your email computer, your web browsing computer, YouTube watching computer, you know, anything like that, you don't need much power. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wish that schools got these instead of Chromebooks.
No, yeah. Now back in my day, we had the Lenovo ThinkPad.
Oh yeah, the Lenovo ThinkPad, the ones running Windows 7 and ginormous.
Oh
Remember the
yes.
laptop racks?
Wait, yours had 7? I think I was still running XP.
Oh,
I do remember the laptop racks though. Those
one
things are crazy.
generation. Yeah.
Nah, I remember
Yeah.
us getting into Windows 7 near the end. I somehow managed to find a laptop near the end of the school year that had, what was it? I guess it never had the time to restart or anything, so it just had like updates on it for days.
My God.
It was
Oh, you know the
beautiful.
funny thing that I found about the laptop situation? Have you ever noticed that all the teachers use the smaller ones?
Oh yeah.
I always found that weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it was like a better thing or if it's like a. Sorry, I'm gonna
I
move
know
you slightly up the
from
stream. Okay.
from what I know about these laptops, those they can be customized with whatever spec that you want. Like you can have an i7 in there, you could have an i5 in there, you can have an i3 in there if you wanted. You can have 8, 16, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's dealer's choice. You just need to hit
Yeah.
the right checkboxes.
It just needed to be small.
So why didn't they save a bit of money, give the students the small ones, spec out a bit better ones of the 15-inch ones for the teachers, because I could imagine that, like, straining their eyes and whatnot
No, yeah,
isn't a fun thing.
yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. I'll never understand the relationship between technology and the classroom setting.
And and you know what? I've also been thinking about that fiber install that you did a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
How did
that was
that help?
uh,
Why did that
sorry.
help?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Because the school didn't have like more than a gigabit of connection, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. If I remember correctly, the school's internet wasn't all the greatest. Maybe that's why we needed to resort to fiber to get to the far reaches of the school campus. That's
But
the only way to actually get it to work.
but Cat has like a range of, I believe, 300 meters,
Maybe we took up all our
almost a
Ethernet.
thousand feet. I'm pretty sure that it would reach between the buildings.
Yeah, it could be possible. Maybe we
I,
just already had a fiber spool lying around. I don't know why
I
we would,
mean,
but
I mean, well, the thing that bothers me is that theoretically there would already be lines run between the buildings. Why was the lines the bottleneck? That's what I want to know. Like, how
uh,
bad were these lines?
yeah, I can only imagine.
I mean, I'm not arguing that fiber is the right way to go, because it was, but I want to know. I want to know what was the previous line set up.
There were alternatives. There were other possibilities. What went wrong?
What went wrong with the original? That's what I really wanted to know.
Yeah, I don't know if there was.
Like, then how
Because
else would you get lines to the other building? How did the other buildings get
if
internet?
if it helps, the line that we fed through wasn't through one of the main buildings to the, you know, when you're in the, if you were in the back area of that school, in the very far corner, there's that little like farm shed thing where people
Yes,
like
I
agriculture and
remember
stuff.
this.
I don't know if they had internet prior to that, but we fed a fiber line to it.
But what I'm saying is, from the far building where the elementary school was, I remember the internet getting a lot better after the fiber line was run. And it bothers me because that shouldn't be a thing.
Nah.
How bad was the internet? How bad was the line beforehand? And why would a gardening shed need internet?
I don't know. It technically holds a class or two, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you
Does?
ever need to like do any internet work for said classes, considering it seems all farm based. But I mean,
The funny thing is I never had a class in there. I
neither have I.
I didn't even realize that students had classes in there.
I think it wasn't. I think there was a farming elective in there. I could be wrong. Or
Botany.
that, or they got like free labor out of it. I don't know.
They get free labor out of everything. No,
That's true.
it's not free labor. You pay them to do the labor.
To the labor, your parents pay them. so that you can work on a farm.
I mean, it's true, isn't it?
Allegedly. But yeah, it was very interesting times.
I wouldn't even know how we got on this tangent.
That's a good question. Uh, where were we? Oh, school computers and the decision to go with Chromebook instead of an iPad.
Yeah.
And back in my day, we had anyway,
Yeah.
good old fashioned Lenovo ThinkPads with a little nub in the middle.
Oh, I miss
Anyway,
the nub in the middle. But
oh
those
yeah,
trackpads are terrible.
oh yeah, the trackers are garbage. Give me extra incentive to actually use the nub. And I don't want to actually practically use the nub. I just want to mess with it.
Yeah. Oh, the nub.
The nub. It's a fun addition until it becomes a necessity. Life gets so much harder.
Yeah. The worst thing is that was when like Windows computers had like terrible trackpads and Apple somehow had magic.
Yeah.
Remember like it wasn't like a oh I mean it's a bit better. It was night and day.
Yeah. They were the trackpads to have.
Yeah. So yeah, just I'm thankful for the trackpads we have today.
Yeah.
I'm
We've gotten better.
I'm very very happy about that.
Yeah. We're learning.
Anyway, so let's go on to a different topic. Oh, iPad Mini, I forgot. So they're also announced the iPad Mini with their new design, squared
Ah,
off.
yes. They squared
I
it up. They followed the Pro and the Airline into the square pattern.
I know that Apple mentioned that like oh this is used a lot for like airplanes and for medical use, but why why an iPad Mini? Why not just an iPad
Yeah.
or an Air? I've always found like the iPad Mini to be a weird thing just because of the fact that it's so small.
Yeah.
Apple says it's in a class of its own, but
They're technically not wrong. It's a
they're
really
not
weird
wrong.
class. Yeah, it is a really weird mini ground to like. Yeah, it's a really weird, like yeah, like middle ground. There we go, a middle ground that it's standing in because you don't quite get the full like real estate of your standard tablet, but well, I guess it's still bigger than a phone, so it still has that. But
Yeah.
beyond that,
Yeah. I'm not completely sure why they decided to do that, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Has a A15 chip inside of it. Has a liquid
yeah,
retina display, meaning it's a pretty nice screen, just as all iPads are. And yeah. Oh, Touch ID in the button and USB-C.
yeah,
So I guess it is the cheapest iPad with a USB-C port.
yeah.
How much does it cost?
I believe this one is 499. 499? 499.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, from 499 or 41.58 a month.
So I
If you
mean,
want to do payment plan.
I'm not completely like sold on this, but it exists. It's good, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just happy they haven't
It's
left it to like rot in the dust. They
oh,
still
I'm
care
so
about the
happy.
mini.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, okay. You know that Apple has like these random products that they still sell even though that you stop and question like why do they still sell this?
Why is it still here?
Why do they still sell an iPod Touch?
Oh, yeah.
What's its purpose?
Why is
Why?
it still here?
I don't know. It's just
Oh,
it's just a permanent fixture on the wall.
no,
They
yeah.
should get rid of it. It's on life support,
It
pretty
really
much.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not gonna do anything with it, if they're not gonna try and breathe any life into it, then I don't know why they would. But, I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, they updated the iPad Mini, and I think that it's pretty great. It's pretty nice.
yeah.
So let's talk about the important stuff now.
Apple Watch.
I've all right. Thank you for the reminder. So thankfully, they didn't go with a square design for the Apple Watch.
Yeah. It's still round as ever. In
I
fact, I'm pretty
forget.
sure that's one of the big talking points of
I know it's brighter. I know that
the
the
screen's
screen's
also
bigger.
bigger. Yeah.
It has a strong. Oh, it is now dust resistant too.
No, yeah. That's good stuff. Comes in green.
You know, I actually really like that promo that they did at the beginning. Like, you know how they did like the golf swings, tennis racket swings, everything like that.
No, yeah.
You know, I think that those things are genuinely useful for playing sports. Like, it just lets you know how to perfect stuff.
No, yeah. Get you that little bit more extra details so you know what to fix or know what to look out for. Just a little bit more.
And I believe it has 18 hours of battery life.
Look at that dust resistant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's finally dust resistant. I mean, it
it
sounds
is.
weird that something's not dust resistant, but I mean, with a lot of these products, it's easier to get, water resistance than it is dust resistance. I mean, think
No,
about
yeah.
how small the particles are.
No, yeah. That is
Those are,
true. That's a lot to take into consideration.
yeah. I mean, look at the Fold, like Samsung's Fold.
Oh
They
yeah.
got they got water resistance on that, but dust will still kill it.
No, yeah. Oh, one extra thing I found that was kind of wild is the fact that they've assumed that the screen has, or they've come to the point where the screen is big enough that they just chucked on a whole QWERTY keyboard on that thing.
Oh yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about the importance. So let's talk about the iPhone 13.
All right, we move forward to the iPhone 13.
So let's get out the easy stuff out of the way. A15 chip, camera improvements, better in low light, whatever. Uh,
Also diagonal,
yeah. So
apparently.
what other boring stuff? Oh, this isn't quite boring, but the iPhone 13 Pro comes in blue.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Pro, yes. Sorry, I'm on the iPhone 13 proper page. But yeah, the
And
Pro's in
I
blue. I like
think that the notch is smaller.
Yes, it's a bit
It
more.
They
It's like
didn't
a.
mention it, but it looks smaller.
Yeah, I think they might have made. If anything, they made like a passing comment on it.
I know that they
Like,
mentioned that they mentioned that the Face ID module is smaller. Actually, now that I think about it, Apple has never called it a notch.
yeah, that's all us.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they mentioned that it was smaller. My bad.
think that was all us. I'm pretty sure.
Then again, notch is a bit of a derogatory word.
Uh,
I mean, it doesn't sound good. You know what I mean?
no,
If
yeah,
it's not positive, it's bad.
no, yeah. I can see that. So I thought you
So-
meant something in relation to like Notch, like the creator of Minecraft kind of thing. I think I went on a different route.
Oh, that's also a derogatory word to Microsoft. Apparently,
Yeah.
notch is just bad for both sides. Just, just
Notch is just
saying.
a rough word
Yeah.
for everybody.
So,
But anyway,
okay. So before I actually, so that's the boring stuff. So it finally starts at 128 gigabytes. That's pretty exciting. And
that's cool.
the price is $799. Same exact price for the iPhone 13, $699 for the iPhone Mini, and $1,000 for the iPhone 13 Pro, and $1,100 for the Pro Max. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that boring stuff out of the way? Any more boring stuff, Jared, that I'm missing?
Uh, no, I think that pretty much sums it up. Uh, yeah, slightly smaller notch. Uh, Pricing. I guess MagSafe still a thing. I don't know. They didn't really talk about too much.
Oh yeah, the
Well,
stronger magnets. Forgot about
yeah.
that. Oh, right. And pre-order this Friday. And it will be available September 24th. That's not quite boring. That's actually pretty exciting, but
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
that's the generic information out of the way.
Yeah. All your traditional selling points, or maybe not selling point, your traditional price points. Know when it's coming out, know how much it is. Know that has a smaller notch and A15. Slightly better processor.
Yeah. So, okay, let's get on to a bit more interesting stuff. So, did you see like the app demos that they did on stage for the iPhone 13?
App demos.
Like the tennis one.
Oh yes. I remember the tennis one.
Yeah,
The one where they kind of like AR maps out and kind of like helps you with your swing. Yeah.
yeah, I find that pretty impressive. Just being able
Yeah.
to do that on the phone itself, being, the phone figuring out, okay, is it out? Is it in the right box? Are you hitting it not where you want to hit it, but still in? You know what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
I
I
find
can
that
see.
pretty impressive that I was able to figure that stuff out.
Mm.
And I also
That's really
really like their other demo, though the app Seek. I think that's what it was called. So it's the one that you like point it at a tree and it figures out what the heck it is.
Oh, okay. I
So
don't really
you
remember
like
that one. I mean, okay.
so like they point it at a tree and then it shows the information of exactly what type of tree it is.
Uh,
So those nature lovers out there. I don't know. I just find it impressive because it's when I look at a tree, all trees are the same. A tree is a tree. I tell a tree by the fruit that it produces, not
yeah.
by the leaves, not by the bark, not by how big it is.
No, yeah.
I only know
Okay.
if it's a mango tree if it has mangoes on it. I only know if it's a lychee tree if it has lychee on it. I only know it's an apple tree if it has apples on it.
Yeah.
I I don't know the difference.
No, yeah. If a lychee falls on my head, I know I'm standing under a lychee tree. If an apple falls on my head, hurts a little, but I'm under an apple tree. If a coconut falls on my head, I'm probably dead. But at least I know I'm under. At least I know what I was under when I
No.
went under. Anyway,
Right before you die, it's like, oh, it's a coconut tree.
just go wake up on the other side in the afterlife. Ah, coconut. So how did you die?
Uh,
Yeah.
something fell on me.
What, is it a coconut? How could you tell? But yeah. Side note,
Look,
PSA, don't stand under a coconut.
okay, so, but yeah, I don't know why, I find that just really impressive that it's able to figure out what kind of tree something is.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So, okay. Moving on to actual iPhone features. Cinematic mode. That's really cool,
Cinematic
honestly.
mode.
You saw the rack focus demos, right?
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
I don't know how they
caught
did
my
that.
full attention. Yeah.
I don't really know how they did that. That's pretty amazing. Um, must be like some sort of weird combination between like, machine learning and actual depth sensing. Wait, but no, it's also coming to the regular iPhone 13. I thought that had something to do with LiDAR, but maybe not.
Yeah. The very least, maybe with the face turning, like when you like the face turns away and it like pans out to like another face, it could be possible that's relying. Oh no, it can't rely on Face ID technology unless you're doing everything off the front camera.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know,
I don't know.
it's portrait video.
Portrait video.
I know.
I
I'm not. I know very well that it might possibly. No. Physics doesn't support this. It's a 1.6 aperture lens. That type of bokeh does not happen. Bokeh. That kind of bokeh does not happen. Like that.
that amount of bokeh is not okay, according to
Yeah,
physics.
it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work. So it must be digital.
Oh, yeah. All software, all the time.
So if it does it like that, that kind of makes sense why it's able to detect. Because if you're turning away, the camera can realize that, and they also detect something else in frame, because it can actually see the full image with no blur.
Mm. It recognizes the focal points ahead of time, and when it realizes that the nearest focal point has decided to turn away, you're like, oh, we gotta find the next nearest one, and it automatically shifts over to the next closest thing.
Oh, and you know how it can prepare, catch someone as soon as they enter the frame? That was a feature that was advertised. I think it's because they're using the ultra wide camera. I think that they might use the ultra wide camera for detection, and then use whatever camera they're shooting on to, prepare it, and then just use like the multiple systems inside of the camera in order to give you the best result.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because there's no way that they could do that with a single camera.
Yeah, or not do it as quickly, not as intuitively.
Yeah.
Gotta have a little bit of that extra heads up. That's
because the only reason why rack focus works in real cinematography is because these people that do this, they know exactly where to turn, when to turn, the focus reel. It's all choreographed.
No, yeah.
And for something like this to work, on the fly, it kind of needs to know what's coming.
No, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
thankfully ultrawide can provide that extra little depth of view. So
Of course, that's
you
just
can get your
speculation, but, well,
yeah. Also, it would be an interesting test if you can like film video off of ultrawide if it takes like an extra like maybe like half second or maybe even extra second to like detect.
I think that the easiest way to figure this out is just cover the ultra wide camera.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah.
Does it take longer? Does it take about the same time? Does it go
Or
faster?
unless they actually use the ultra wide camera all the time.
No, yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Too much speculation.
Yeah. Right now it's just all like voodoo magic until we get some testing going.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next exciting thing, battery. So I believe that
Right.
there's 1 more hour for the iPhone mini and an hour and a half for both the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro, which is pretty impressive. Apparently they're able to fit bigger batteries into these things by making the rest of the components smaller.
Eh, I'll take more battery. That's always nice to have.
Yeah.
More power and more life. Always a good combo.
Yeah. So okay, I feel like that's what's important about the iPhone 13. Is there anything I'm missing about the 13?
Oh, I know we kind of glossed over it with the whole like camera improvement, but if I recall correctly, they finally was it implemented their image shifting thing from the 12 Pro Max into
All
I think they placed
right.
it into the 13. I'm excited
I think
about that.
so. Oh yeah, there's now
It's
a
in
new pink
pink.
finish. Okay, but the Starlight finish. It's it's pretty. I like the Starlight. I really like the Starlight finish. It's pretty.
It is clean.
And honestly, the pink is a tasteful pink. It's not like their old pink. It's very muted.
It is a very diluted pink.
It's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there we have Starlight.
Isn't Starlight nice? It's like
Starlight's
this really
nice.
white type of. I see your red
Yeah.
finish, Jared. I
Oh
know how much you love
yes.
your red.
Gotta get that traditional product red going. That thing stands out hardcore. I could have this thing still chucked in a case, and you know for sure which color I cut. It makes good accents, I think. If I'm gonna chuck on a case on it anyway, I feel like
Oh.
very powerful accents. If
So it
anything,
also has a ceramic glass, so maybe you don't need to put on a case, but I
that's
don't
true.
know. Okay. I still don't completely trust it, but Apple's advertising with that video, with, falling off the bike and all,
No, yeah,
that was some pretty intense stuff.
no, yeah. There's this could be the chance to like more trust that you can just go have your phone go all natural and you should be perfectly fine as long as you don't like chuck it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing. Let's talk about the iPhone 13 Pro. So, as we mentioned before, it has that nice blue color now.
Is a very nice blue.
It is. So now the screen can go to 1,000 nits, and it has
So
Pro Motion technology, meaning that it is a 120 hertz screen.
there it is.
You
The
know, the funny
120
thing is,
hertz.
Jared and I were talking about this earlier, and I'm not happy that's only in the Pro. I'm happy they have it.
Yeah.
So the real question is that worth $200?
That's a very real question.
Because I mean, okay, everything else about the Pro, yes, there are other things that make it better. But is there anything that other than that would actually sell you something? You know what I'm saying there, right?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
the
nothing else would actually make me decide this is the phone that I want.
yeah. It's a tough sell. As a general smartphone, it's a really tough sell. Even with 120 hertz
Yeah.
or
Oh,
however they're working.
and I hate to say this. I know I remember last time how I was talking how great 120 hertz was and how
Hmm.
life changing it was.
Hmm.
So I went back to my iPhone 7 for a bit.
Hmm.
I was bummed about the 60 hertz for all of half a day, and then I forgot about it.
You get used to it.
Um, and weirdly enough, it still feels more responsive than my S21.
Uh,
So, I mean, okay, so visually, it's weird because visually it seems to happen slower, but feeling wise, it seems to happen faster. If that,
uh,
I know that doesn't make sense. So the thing is that iPhones have a touch sample rate of 120 hertz. So it
mm,
samples your fingers at, 120 times per second. But it
yeah,
doesn't display 120 times per second. It only does 60.
yeah. So in terms of like responsive and stuff, it's responding at 120, but it's showing at 60. I guess
And
that's
honestly, I feel
that's
like after doing that for a while, that's a pretty good compromise.
yeah. It's a solid deal. You still get the same responsiveness that you would at 120. It's just when you watch it flow into the next thing, it's just not as high of a amount of frames that you're looking at.
Yeah. It's odd. It's just a bit weird. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. What good is 120 hertz if it's not able to? If the whole interaction doesn't have that same 120 hertz feel to it, then why even?
Yeah. So okay, something that I notice about this though, about the new phone. You remember how they mentioned that they're eventually going to support ProRes?
Yeah,
If they support ProRes, that automatically means that the 128 gigabyte version, if you're going to shoot in ProRes, is useless.
yeah.
It's
Pro is a
I'm
beefy it's a beefy file size there.
yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there. ProRes, it's gonna eat the 128 for breakfast.
Yeah,
256 you're gonna get something, but not much. 512 is when you're finally getting content.
yeah.
Uh,
So only
let
stands
me
to
look up.
reason as to this will be the introduction of a 1 terabyte option.
I know.
What are the odds?
So let me look up how long it takes. Let's see. 1920 by 1080 at 25p. Why am I looking at this in PAL? Wikipedia, why are you doing this in PAL?
Your guess is as good as mine.
But I don't want to do that. Let's see, data rate. Okay. Let's do 1080, frame rate 24. Calculate. See, 1 hour. 1 hour of footage is 100 gigabytes.
Ooh.
It's
That's
it's big.
it
It's
is.
really big.
It's crazy.
Actually, yeah, yeah. It's really crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah. Whatever you're filming, you better get it right in an hour if you have the 128.
Oh, but it does 4K. It
Oh,
does
oh, you're going,
4K.
you're gonna go the full route, aren't you?
They promise 4K 30. So ProRes 444.
Oh, that should be
Th-
fun.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Man, finding a calculator for this type of stuff is something.
Yeah, I can
File size
imagine.
calculator. There you are. UHD ProRes. Let's see. 30. ProRes 444. Okay. Do you want to know per minute? Take a guess.
Hit me with that minute.
Take a
Let's
guess. 1
see.
minute. What do you think?
So the last one when we did 1080 was 100 gigs did an hour, yeah.
Yes.
Our hour was 100 gigs. Okay. So that's about 10, it's like, what is that, like 0.6. Oh, that's a gig per 0.6 of a minute or something like that. Sorry, my math is going all over the place. Mm, 7 gigs a minute.
9.72.
I had a 7 somewhere. But dang, 9.72 a minute.
For 1 hour, 583 gigabytes.
Oh my goodness. At that point, you absolutely need the terabyte then if you're going to do an hour of footage in
Yeah.
ProRes 4K.
I mean, and if you're shooting in ProRes, I guarantee that you're trying to make some sort of like really like cinematic video. You're going to need to do multiple takes of everything.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's nuts. Better hope it's a really short film. I mean, a really short film. Or you have to like practically empty out your phone after every scene.
I mean, if you're making a cinema production, I mean, you should probably be using a better camera than this, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if they're offering the capability,
Yeah. I'm
oh,
expecting someone's going to attempt.
I don't know why. I can see this random person that just wants the highest quality possible and just and to just like take videos of their kid, and they some for some reason decide, oh, the ProRes is really high quality, right? Oh,
It's a,
it'll hurt.
yeah, it's a really high quality video if you're a kid blowing out birthday candles, I guess. Can't share
And
that
the
to anyone because that file's like 100 gigs. But
and the thing is that ProRes. I am an advocate for ProRes. ProRes belongs to the editing world. I don't believe ProRes belongs anywhere else other than in broadcast, though.
yeah, I can see
Broadcast,
that.
or if you plan on editing the footage. Those are the only two times I believe in ProRes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And I'm not even, for the editing part, I'm not even talking about the actual quality of it. I'm talking about the fact that it's a really easy file format for a computer to process.
Yeah. I'm
I mean,
assuming
quality
that's
wise,
hence the size.
yeah. Quality wise, I don't think that I don't think that most people can tell the difference between a good H.265 video and ProRes.
Hmm.
I don't think that many people can tell the difference between ProRes and a good H.265 video.
I can see that.
So, yeah, I know I was talking a lot about it earlier, but the more I think about it, the more I think that's impractical.
Yeah,
And I
it's
really
really
don't,
it's
I
yeah,
don't think
it's
it
really not
belongs
for
on a
the other.
phone.
Yeah,
I mean, for Pro Raw, I can see value in that.
yeah.
Just because of the fact that you're talking about like about 50 megabytes per photo. That's still a lot, but that's nothing
Yeah.
compared to ProRes.
Much easier to swallow than yeah, having an entire like a good chunk of your like 10% of your storage could be taken up by a minute of video depending on your model. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, side note, hello and welcome to the stream, No Duckers.
Hi. It's been a
Hello
while, hasn't it?
again. We are currently talking iPhone. Right now we're on the 13 Pro. We're talking about ProRes and apparently, and in case you need extra context for the previous comment, according to his yeah, his real quick research, apparently ProRes 4K 30 FPS, which is what Apple has promised that you can do with the iPhone 13 Pro. What was it? It
It's
was
not
about
going to be
9.
there at launch, though. It's coming in a future update.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen later, but eventually, you could be looking at what was it, 9.72 gigs per minute for that one.
Yes. 9 point something. 9.7 something.
Yeah. So keep a close eye on your storage in that case. No Duckers does ask if we have any intention on buying any of the new ones. Do you have any? You have a general consensus on
I'm
does any
buying
of the
one of
i13?
them. I don't. I. Okay, as I mentioned early on in the stream, the real question is the Pro worth the extra $200? Because, I mean, yes, there's a lot of extra features, but there's only one feature that I would actually care about, and that's a higher refresh rate.
Nah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm getting one of them. Just don't know which one.
Nah. Yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to yeah, justify $200 more for this. For a general standpoint, I'm not sure if it's worth personally, I'm always a big sucker for really good phone cameras. Um,
The
I don't know.
cameras
I've
are
always
pretty
wanted to
much
try
the
like
same.
well, it's got telephoto. Is that telephoto? The third one's
It's a
telephoto.
telephoto.
Yeah.
But from what I remember
They should.
about telephotos, usually telephotos are the worst ones.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Unless they actually changed the script for this one, but so far,
Yeah.
all the phones, telephotos have consistently been the worst of the
Been the
cameras.
rough one,
I mean,
but it's an op. No. Okay, I'll stop. That's true. If I'm looking for a general camera use, I mean, the iPhone 13 proper is still it's still a very solid option.
and on my phone, I've used the ultra wide. I've used the standard. I don't think I've ever used a telephoto.
Nah, I can't speak to that. I've never actually had a telephoto.
Oh, but the ultra wide was a game changer when it came out.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
I'll say that that was a game changer.
oh yeah. The ultrawide's really nice. It's nice
Remember
to have.
back in the day when you had the telephoto and the standard cameras?
Oh yeah, you can go. You can zoom and you can ultra zoom. That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultrawide is lovely, and I'm very glad that they've decided to keep that as a secondary.
I am really glad that that's the secondary and not the telephoto.
Yeah,
I mean, if it was just a telephoto, then that would be unfortunate.
yeah. So yeah. So I guess ultimately to answer your question on Duckers, I'm probably if I'm not sure if I'd upgrade just yet. Yeah, maybe. But if I were
Right.
to pick, I'd probably still stick with the standard 13. The Pro, they're inching me closer into actual consideration, but I don't know if I've gotten there yet.
So I'm for sure gonna get one just because of the fact that yes, I do have a S21, get Samsung, but my iPhone that I use under the regular is an aging iPhone 7.
Nah,
Okay, but I feel that really speaks to how long these things last
it is really impressive.
because
Not
I don't
gonna,
mind using it.
yeah, that thing's still kicking. It's kicking really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. Are you ready to buy yourself a charging brick?
You raise a very good point. You know what? Maybe I'm still okay with the 11. I think that's gonna sit in my pocket for kind of a while.
I just find it funny that they I know that like they're like it's all green, it's nice, it's good. And then they include a USB-C to lightning cable in the box which no one has a brick for.
Everything would have been fine if you just gave the standard USB, because then your argument would make sense. Because it's like, yeah, everyone has like a million of or has most likely has at least one of the one with the standard USB. But no, you had to go USB-C on the other end, so I have to get one anyway. But yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and No Ducker is currently rocking the iPhone SE. I can respect that.
Nice.
I like the SE. The SE
I like
always
the SE.
has a soft spot in my heart,
Yeah.
my non-existent heart.
SE. The more powerful version of the phone that I use.
Oh, yeah. Hey man, I'll give you guys mad props though. Y'all still rocking that legit Touch ID.
Funny thing is that before the pandemic I hated it. It's a godsend now.
For God's sake. FaceTime is the future, just not this future.
Face ID.
Face ID, I'm sorry.
Hopefully in the next coming I don't know, next year, by the new year, hopefully. Who
I
knows?
feel like we keep coming back to this, and I keep having to knock on the desk.
Hopefully Face ID will become useful again by then.
Yes. Hopefully the time will come. The time will come. The time will come. But at least you guys get to enjoy that sweet, sweet Touch ID while it's still heavily prevalent.
I think that Apple is really banking on the fact that the pandemic's not, the pandemic's gonna end soon, because they seem very adamant about Face ID.
Oh, yeah, they want to keep that thing going. I can't blame them. It's good stuff. It's just, I mean, yeah, who would have expected this?
No one.
Yeah.
If you told me about this a few years ago, I called you crazy. And maybe a few more expletives, but who knows?
We're talking nonsense like we're one of those guys on the side of the road saying the end is nigh. Keep your distance from me.
I mean, it's the same exact attitude, right?
It pretty much is, yeah.
Keep your distance from me.
Keep your distance from me. No, for an entirely different reason.
Well, I mean, it's the same reason. You don't want to catch what he has, so.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Now we have a nice term for it, social distancing.
Yeah, they're really pushing Face ID. Yeah. It's really good. It's just not so great for the times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for this. Like, the entire 13 lineup is pretty solid.
Yeah. They've got good stuff.
So, I've always noticed that the iPhone has always stuck with the every other type of mentality. Like, you get a design change every other one, but you get a feature change every other one. So it's like design, feature, design, features, design, and features.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It seems like they're sticking to it. I mean, sure, the notch is kind of smaller.
It's shrinking.
But again, they added a pretty good number of features to it.
Cinematic mode, though. I want to use that. I want to find a way to use that. I mean, I don't have a second person to focus on because, social distance and all that. Social distance and, well, I need other people to film with. That's not over a Teams call.
You can use your cat and your dog.
Cat probably, because the cat sleeps like 20 hours of the day. The dog's gonna try to eat my phone. I swear. She doesn't eat me. She's gonna eat the phone.
I thought that your cat hides from everything.
Nah, that's okay. I mean, he'll hide from other people and from the dog. I don't blame him for hiding from the dog. The dog's trying to eat him, I swear. But yeah, I think if there's anything, I could probably the cat could probably like cruise long enough to actually test out cinematic mode. Dog, I don't know.
Oh, that means that you could do like that demo of like having like a food item and the cat.
And the cat. See what happens.
I mean, that's something that they did, right?
I
Sandwich
think
on the
so.
floor.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the sandwich on the floor as one of the focus points. So yeah, ooh, that'd be fun.
Cat
I would
still
give
sleep
that
in
for
the
testing
bathtub?
just for testing purposes.
Does the cat still sleep in the bathtub?
Oh no, the dog hides in the bathtub sometimes when because people, for one reason or another, on this side. I understand when fireworks is a heavy thing around 4th of July and around New Year's. Why am I still hearing fireworks yesterday?
I heard that. I was in Eva yesterday as well. That's why.
I don't
Like
understand.
when we're eating dinner, I heard like a loud bang above the house.
It's September. What are you celebrating?
They're just saving the fireworks from 4th of July. Actually, how do you even save the fireworks? They're completely aerials are illegal in Hawaii.
I don't even know. I guess if you're already doing something illegal, it technically doesn't have to fall on a timetable.
That's
I
true.
guess.
It's like, well, we're gonna get in trouble no matter what, so
Might as well
now's
fire it
the
when we
time.
can. Every day's a fireworks day if you're confident enough. Yeah, no Ducker's got it. He sent out fireworks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love me a
That
good fireworks, but I'd rather, not hear it randomly at like what was it like 11 at night
7? Oh,
on a Tuesday.
I know that there was one at like 7 or 8 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, usually around like I think the 7 to 9 p.m. is firework hours. I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my fireworks rant real quick. And yeah,
Yeah.
cinematic mode. I wanna find
You
a
could
way to
take
test
pictures of
that.
those fireworks.
Oh yeah,
Don't know how well they'll turn out because they fireworks are difficult.
fireworks are difficult. They're difficult to catch on like any form of focus initially. Would be actually an interesting test. I'm not gonna get fireworks for that because I'm creating my own incriminating evidence by doing that.
So what I'm hearing here is that this off the record, off the record, you'll just
No, yeah,
procure something and have it go off somewhere else. Is what I'm hearing.
no, yeah. So basically, I'm either gonna sit outside on a random Wednesday and hope I get lucky and find someone else breaking the law and firing off aerials, or I'm gonna be sitting outside and I'll get lucky and have someone fire off arrows for allegedly.
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 I mean, who
I mean,
knows what
first I need an
happens?
iPhone 13. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's a lot of this is pretty neat. Yeah. It's hard. Honestly, phones are getting so similar these days that it's hard to differentiate between models. Like, there's like one or two new features, but the more you think about it, how much do you actually use these features?
That is true. A lot of times, yeah, maybe we'll play around with it in like the first like couple of days of it, but afterwards it just kind of becomes the norm. Whatever I was using before is whatever I'm using now.
Because I know for a super study for a while was a game changer. Like
Yeah. Oh, the Super
the
City.
stabilization.
Oh yeah. It still kind of is for me because I need to create like B-roll for my non-existent Pokemon Go vlogs.
But you haven't
Ah,
released a
but
vlog in like
I
along.
don't believe have I released one this year? I don't remember. Oh no, Snivy. I think Community Day was the last one I did, and that one didn't have B-roll because like I didn't go outside. Because
Okay, I
despite it
remember
being
like
a
the most
community,
pain. I remember that there was a very painful community day or some event that you did that I needed to use footage of you in your room moving around. I don't remember what it was,
I
but
don't remember
all I
what the hell it
had
was.
was you recorded yourself in your room. Like you had like few angles of yourself pretty much.
Oh, I think this. I'm assuming this must have been one of the community days where the whole pandemic started and we were going into lockdown. Because that's the only thing I could think of because I couldn't find like any form of like other B-roll since well we're kind of locked down and we're kind of like in the height of
Yeah.
in the early stages height of pandemic. So I think I tried to get creative with the fact that this is my life in lockdown now, and now I just made it your a part of your life has been watching me boringly live my life through lockdown, catching Pokemon. I'd
That
like to
was one
take
of the
this
most
moment to make a
painful
public
videos I've ever
apologies.
edited.
I think it went well. I don't remember how that one went.
All I know is that was painful to. It's because there's so much stuff you can't use.
No, yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for your work. I apologize for that video. But if you happen to want to watch said painful video, it's up on YouTube in the channel Voyaging Trainer. Shameless plug.
Fair
Anyway,
point. Fair point. Okay.
make it so that his suffering was not in vain. I don't remember which video it was, so I guess you have to watch all of them.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Okay, I'll get off my. I'll unplug now.
But yeah, I
I should
mean,
post it in chat. Sorry. Anyway,
you're still trying to do your shameless plug.
I need to
You're
put
still
my
doing
shameless
it.
plug in writing. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yes.
It brings up my Twitter first, which I find interesting.
There's more of a point to your shameless plug than the iPod Touch, but
Oh,
well,
yeah, that's not saying much. Here, have a YouTube link. Anyway.
yeah, it looks pretty solid. I think, I think that's basically the conclusion, right? It looks pretty solid.
Oh yeah, it's still a solid phone through and through.
Yep. And just like everything else, you can pre-order this Friday, and it is available on the 24th.
Yeah, we are 2 weeks away from a life with an iPhone 13.
Not quite 2 weeks because the 24th is next week Friday.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're a week and a half away. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Maybe I might trade out. Maybe I might still rock the 11. I don't know.
Is there anything else that we have to talk about, Jared? Any more remarks that you have? Oh, right.
uh,
I forgot. So, small little accessory thing. It's kind of neat, kind of not. They explain this in such a terrible way. So, a MagSafe, the new wallet MagSafe accessory, connects to the Find My app, but not like AirTags. If I've read correctly, it's more like your phone knows when you dropped it.
oh yeah. It's like, hey, you dropped your wallet. Okay. That's right, I forgot all about that.
Still don't.
I guess that's neat.
I still don't believe in MagSafe. Okay, I'm just gonna go on a really short MagSafe rant here. So I think I mentioned this before, but Mags MagSafe is better than regular wireless charging. It's more efficient. However, it's nowhere near as efficient as the wire.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm like kinda against like a portless iPhone. Because yeah, it's cool. And yeah, per individual person, like you're talking about like cents on your like electric bill. But
yeah,
imagine like every single iPhone in the world taking about
yeah,
40 to 50% more power.
yeah. That sounds nightmarishly inefficient.
So that's my like 10-second version of my rant to that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It may come up again. I'm sure when we talk Apple, we're probably MagSafe might come up. Probably come up again.
Probably. Yeah, you have any closing remarks?
um, all in all, some very interesting updates we got through this one. Definitely curious to see the future of Apple TV Plus. They're doing some. They're definitely packing on some interesting exclusives. So definitely go keep an eye on that one. iPad Mini's refresh. So happy they didn't forget the iPad Mini. It's
Oh
still
yeah.
alive. It's still a thing. I don't know what specific use case for, but it still exists. And yeah, all in all, some really cool features with the iPhone 13. Cinematic mode, definitely something I want to test out. But yeah, that that sums it up.
Sounds pretty good.
Now Duckers also commented better battery. Oh yeah, if you're referring to the iPhone 13, yeah, they do. It does have better batteries. Yeah, I believe it
Yep.
went through.
I believe that I think that the Pro Max has like two hours extra. I forget. I
Yeah.
know that the 13 Pro was, I believe, an hour and a half more. I think the Pro Max
Mm.
was 2 hours something. I can't remember off the top of my head. I need to look that one
Yeah.
up. And the
The
Mini
extra
has an
size.
entire hour more.
No, yeah. So yeah, better performance and better battery life. Still a win-win combo. So yeah. In any event, do you have any extra closing thoughts?
Uh, I mean, it's neat whenever these events happen. And I'm really looking forward to what they have for the rest of this year because you know me, I've been waiting for the new Macs. Um,
Oh yeah.
Professional grade, not their semi, like, their consumer grade stuff, but I'm waiting for the professional grade chips, like their 16-inch MacBook Pros, potentially a Mac Pro, stuff like that. I mean, Apple did say that everything was going to be switched over in 2 years' time. We're about at the year and a half mark.
It's now or never. It's do or die.
So unless they're pushing back their plans, it's going to be by the end of the year.
Yeah. So yeah. Look forward to when that happens eventually, and you can definitely be rest assured we're going to be talking about it. There's no way we won't be missing out on that opportunity.
That's something I'm actually really excited about.
Yeah, the dream is real, and it will happen
Yep.
later.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
cool.
I guess that's it then. Uh, yeah. For
Yeah,
any new people, just follow, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow if you're on Twitch. And yeah, I guess we will see you guys in the next video.
See you.
Bye. Yep. See you.